So guys, welcome back to day 19 of the Road to 1 Million in Forex Funding series, a series on documenting everything live here on YouTube, week by week, day by day, ups, downs, everything. We have a beautiful opportunity on pound CAD short, so if we get an opportunity to enter, I'll break everything down. But yeah, it's looking good. Quick pullback move, overextended move, so we're looking to take an entry on that today. Obviously, December, as a lot of you will know, can be slow. It's been okay so far. Not too many trades, but lots of opportunity ready for development. So if we get entries, I'll show you.
Hey guys, just entered short on pound CAD. DDP to the downside at these key highs. We've just broke down, as you can see, making a new low. Lower low. Rejecting this area, lower high at the pivot as well. So looking for the continuation to the downside. Targeting the 4-hour 50 because it's just a pullback move. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on this position.
So guys, typically I'll take entries around 8 o'clock just as London opens, because that's where the main volatility comes in. You can capture that move, but I've decided to take it a little bit earlier today because I'm going to work. And last time, as you see in the last episode, I missed a position because I was at work. It's a beautiful setup. I think it played out for like 1.7%. I wasn't able to execute that because I was busy at work. So I've decided to execute and be in the position now. It's been stopped out for 1% on that position. Quite a frustrating position. I'll break it down in a minute. I mean, it wasn't really frustrating. It was a perfect setup for my system, for my style. Everyone in the community that I trade in took that position. It was nice. The issue was it stopped me out, and I'll show you. It ended up playing out to a T, but stopped us out just before, and that might be because I was in early. But a lot of the times these can just roll over. As soon as I get a valid entry, I'm going to execute that position. Let me show you the breakdown of the position now.
I want to break down the Euro CAD position that I just took. Obviously a bit unfortunate. Stopped out, and then it did continue into our direction. The DDP was correct, but we got stopped out. That can happen sometimes. You could say, why have you got your stop here? If I had my stop up here, it wouldn't have happened. It would affect the risk reward, and I always have my stop at the 0.618. At the 0.618, a lot of the time that won't happen and we will sell off. The only other problem, well, not problem, but the thing with this position is usually I take positions at 8 o'clock. But as you would have seen in the last episode, I missed a position due to being at work, and I'm usually at work at that time. So this was a valid setup. We broke down. I entered here. Had I entered at 8 o'clock, the position would have looked more like this. I would have had the entry here at the 8 o'clock. That's where the volatility comes in, and it would have played out. But timings are massively important, but I can take positions at 6 o'clock, and a lot of the time they do just go. This was a position that was a good trade. As you can see, we did clearly break down, which I like. Lower high, lower low, and we would have hit full target. Again, it is a bit frustrating. The guys in the community that I'm in took this position, and it's just one of those positions that you get wicked out, and then it continues. Again, I know a lot of people might say, why do I not have my stop higher up? If I have my stop here, it's a 1.65 risk reward. Sometimes I'd prefer to have a tighter stop. Be wrong more often, but when I am correct, you're getting a lot bigger risk reward. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Obviously, we would have liked the win. We're down on the account, the funding account at the minute. This is the only trade I've took so far this month, other than the other pound CAD position, which I'll show you in a minute. I think I broke that down in the previous episode. But yeah, it's difficult showing these because I know there's a lot of criticism. A lot of people saying, well, why did you do this? Why did you do that? My stop is always at the 0.618. I always target the 4-hour 50, which was here. And if you change where your stop is all the time, if you change where your target is all the time, it's going to affect your system. And my system has an edge for a reason. We have our stop at the 0.618. We enter usually at the 0.382 and the 1-hour 50 after a trend change. Everything was nice about this position, but we got stopped out. So again, I will reflect on this position, keep improving, keep learning. Nothing really we could do about this. In terms of the trade itself, was a beautiful position, but stopped out just before the 8 a.m. The volatility coming at 8 a.m. You could say, well, why don't you take trades at 8 o'clock? Most of the time I do. But because I was working, and as you would have seen, I missed a previous position because I was at work. I wanted to get in this position because I loved everything about it. The higher time frames are beautiful for a quick pullback move. This broke down. Everything's nice, but got stopped out. So I'm being transparent with you guys. A loss on the account is what it is.
So there's still a lot for me to work on and to improve. But this is the thing. It's not solely about strategy. I mentioned this in other videos, but, you know, people could be saying, well, change your strategy. Your strategy doesn't work. It doesn't have an edge. People in the community last month made 5, 6, 7% trading the exact same style as me. So I have to work out, why am I not performing? And I know some of the reasons why I'm not. Some of them were missed trades. I've missed 2 positions, one being at work and another position that I just didn't see. and they both played out. So if I took those two positions, your month can look a whole lot different. That's why I manage my risk at 1%. So when I do lose, I'm losing 1%. But the positions that played out, I think one was 1.7%, and another one I can't remember exactly, but I think it was around 2%. So the thing is, it's not, the strategy does work. And you'll find this with lots of communities and lots of strategies. What I would have done a couple of years ago or 1 year ago is I would have looked to change. The last couple of months have been break even or a little bit negative, or it's not been active. And I would have looked to change. Where's the next best strategy? Why can't I need to change this, I need to change that. But what I've learned for the last sort of 3-4 months is just sticking with this. I mean, mastering this, learning better DDPs, learning better entries, reading the markets better, but staying with the same entry model, the same DDPs, daily directional predictions, the same bias. Because if you change a lot of things, you're going to be starting at square one again. Yes, there's better strategies for certain individuals, for your personality, for your lifestyle. But this works for, I've seen it firsthand that it works. It's just I'm not making it work. And I'll keep improving, keep documenting. But this is the thing I wanted to highlight, is the fact that it isn't solely about strategy. People think it's your strategy not working, when in reality, sometimes it's you executing that strategy. You're missing things. You're maybe having psychological issues, like you've took 2 losses or you took a low probability setup and you're in drawdown and you're losing, and then that affects your decision to execute on a perfect trade. In hindsight, it looks easy, just execute the plan when it occurs. But we're humans, we have emotions, and it's about not reacting emotionally. Like I said, you might have a perfect setup but talk yourself out of it because you're fearful of losing more. Or you might take a low probability setup that no one else is taking because there's 3 or 4 negative confluences, but you're greedy and you want to get that money back. It's all down to the individual, how you react. So you've got to work more on yourself than actually the strategy, because you can go back test the style that I trade. You can see that it works. You can backtest any system and you can see it has data. But in reality, why, if it was that easy and there was just a set of rules that everyone followed, why is everyone in the communities and every trader on YouTube or wherever on social media just not making money easily? There's a lot that are, and they've mastered a lot about themselves and a lot about the individual style. But a lot of it comes down to not just changing your strategy or not just changing to this. It's focusing on yourself and learning about your own individual flaws and your character flaws, which could be affecting your results. Like I said, there's a difference between a positive month and a negative month, so small. If you missed if you didn't take that trade because it had a load of negatives and you took this trade that made you 3%, that can change your whole month. So my main focus is clearly mastering this one style. And then, in 3, 4, 5, 6 months, if you're still struggling, then maybe there's more to it. Maybe it's a psychological thing, or maybe this strategy and style isn't suited to me, but I know it is. I've traded my own personal account with this style and had good months. It's only with this funded account at the minute, and obviously me documenting, I've not actually been performing too well, but I've had positive months. I've had good months trading this style, and I can see the people in the community, like as I mentioned, that are doing well, people that have consistency. They're not looking for one big payout. You see on social media, everyone looking for that one big payout, and that means they've had a good year. The people in the community that I'm in trade consistently. So that's why they have a consistent set of rules: the entry, the stop, the target, and it's slow and gradual. And like investing is, it's like slow and gradual, rather than looking for one big home run, one big 5k payout, 10k payout. They're looking to be here in 1 year, 2 years time, consistently getting money and profit from the market, and that's what I'm trying to focus on. So we keep improving, we keep learning, and I'm loving the channel. If you guys want to support this channel, which we were trying to hit 5k by the end of the year, we're getting quite close towards the end of the year, but we're going to be at about 4.5k. So if you guys can help me, I'd appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe if you do get value from these videos. It helps these videos get out to more people, and we can share my journey, and a lot of people can relate to this.
Look at the trades we took this month. So we're down 2% for this month so far. Obviously, it tends to slow down around this time. There still are opportunities. So December's looking like quite a slow month. These two positions, upon reflection, you can see the entries are exactly the same. Break and retest of the 1 hour 50, break and retest of the 1 hour 50 as well. And so everything's the same. Stops in the exact same place. And that's what keeps the risk reward in check. That's what keeps the same stop, the same target. You can have a systematic approach. These are 2 trades this month so far, negative 2%. But it's not a problem, because if I'm having an average risk reward of 1.5 or 2 to 1, if I have 1 or 2 more trades that give me 2%, and that's 4% on 2 positions, you're now up 2%. So your month can change quite quick, so you can't let this affect you. This trade had good risk reward. People were saying that, you can't just focus on risk reward if it's a poor setup. For the strategy that I trade and the community that I'm in, we take many of these setups and have took many of these setups throughout the year. I've just started to stay consistent with the strategy because I had a tendency of changing things. I'm sticking with this, and these trades, this trend continuation breakdown, lower low, lower high, looking for the continuation. Usually these play out, and they can play out 55% of the time. And with big risk reward, you're able to have good returns. So I need to stick and be consistent with that.
I'll show you the FTMO dashboard now, how the account's looking. Obviously, negative 4%, not ideal. We haven't took a winner yet, which is good and bad. So in the sense that it's not like I've had loads of winners and I'm still down. The moment the winners come and the edge plays out in our favour and we start taking winning positions, because the winners will tend to be 2 to 1, you know, we can change that very quickly, and we've got unlimited time limit. All this time, so long as I manage my risk and I don't blow this account, I can keep improving, keep learning, and I can turn this around. And I do 100% wholeheartedly believe I will turn this around, especially going into 2025. I feel like I'm improving with the setups that I'm taking. Every trade that I've took, the mentor in my community has took. The only difference is that I've missed some of the positions that he's also captured, which has resulted in him having a positive month. So for me, I've got to focus on sticking with the style and keep improving and just keep looking for these high probability setups. And yes, you're going to take losses. If I win 55% of the time or 50% of the time, you're liable to take 4, 5, 6 losses in a row, and you're going to take losses. So it's withstanding these periods. And then the moment I have 2 or 3 winners in a row, this percentage will look completely different because the winners will be double or triple what the losers are. And if you have 2 or 3 of them in a row, you could be down 4% to up 3%. So I'm remaining optimistic, keep improving, keep learning, especially over the Christmas period with it being quieter. I'll be continuously backtesting this whole year to see the exact data I would have got. Go over this week any trades that I did miss, if there were any, and keep improving. So guys, I appreciate you watching this video. I appreciate all the support you give me, the comments, likes, and subscribing. If you do get value, I'll urge you again, please do like, comment, and subscribe. So we can get this journey out to more people. Also, quick one, if you guys want to ask questions down below, I'm going to do a Q&A, Christmas Q&A. I did it last year. Any questions you want to ask me, I'm going to do a Q&A. So send your questions down below and I'll make that into a video and answer them in the next video. So I appreciate you guys, appreciate the support you show me. We will get there, we will keep improving. Hope you guys are having a good year and have had a good year if you're improving. Or if you're getting payouts, whatever stage you're at, keep improving, keep getting better. And I hope you have a good Christmas. Obviously, I'll be uploading before that. But yeah, Christmas period, make sure you enjoy it with your friends and family. Value these times. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.